Hello, welcome back. My name is Temitope Olodo, and I'm happy to have you back. We were scheduled to actually start about an hour ago, but unfortunately, the system was not cooperating. Technology was not being fair to us. So as a result, I tried to reschedule for at least 1 hour later in order to give at least people the opportunity to be able to get ready and get prepared, for the tax. Today, we're actually going to be talking about kidnapping. We're going to be talking about kidnapping, and more importantly, we're going to be talking about the federal government pronouncement. But I want to start by showing a video, because that video will underscore our conversation today. So please listen to and this is the National Security Advisor talking about the position of the president on issues that is happening right now. So, and I thank you, Mr. John.
Country who have assumed a status that is beyond what they should be. Intelligence are the disposal and disposal of the other intelligence heads reveals that we have certain entities, certain individuals who are making capital out of insecurity, especially kidnapping.
It as far as this part of the insecurity problem, I think there is a problem with the internet. Is I don't know why it's flaunting. So please forgive me today. But let me seize this opportunity to bring on board my own brother, Oluwafemi Aratokun Ali. Thank you so much for joining us. Please tell our viewers a little bit about yourself.
Well, my name is Femi Aratokun Ali, and I'm a seasonal close protection officer in United Kingdom. I'm a business owner in Nigeria and a trainer, a security trainer in Nigeria and in UK as well.
Thank you so much, sir. Okay, you are not a stranger to the security challenges in Nigeria as we speak. You have seen it all. You've been on TV channel. You've been everywhere talking about the insecurity and how things could be better improved. In your own way of expressing it to our listeners. And if you're watching us right now, you can like this page, you can share it. We are on Facebook, we are live on Twitter, and we are live on YouTube. So please tell our viewers, what is your perception of the insecurity challenges in Nigeria at the moment? And if you have an opportunity of advising a diaspora that is looking at going home at this time, what would be your advice to them at this current time? Go ahead.
Well, Tokwe, as we all know, the problem with Nigeria's security is not just a new start problem. Let me put it that way. However, A lot can be resolved if only they know what they are doing. But most of the time, you will see just one single person being the governor, is going to be the CSO, is going to be the doctor, is the teacher, is everything. So at the end of the day, they hardly, divide tasks and know what is doing. But however, we have advocated for so many things. We have discussed with them. We have written so many proposals, but it has never gotten into, I think, into the right sector or the right ears. Let me put it that way. And it's quite unfortunate as well, again, that most of them do travel to the Western region. They see how things are done, but it has never been well pronounced, or it has not really been done the way it should be done. So, to my own take is this: we are the architect of our own problems, and what we've caused is what we're reaping today in terms of Nigerian security. Talking about people that want to go home from maybe London, America, and all the rest, I would rather suggest that they take a practical look and take holistic advice from security experts before they go into any region, because we have some areas that are really well secured that they can go, while some areas are not one of the best places to go at the moment, especially when it comes to traveling by road. I don't think it's advisable for anybody to say, I want to go to some certain areas by road. It's not so good. However, driving at night as well in most places might not really be the best idea. But going alongside with security details, yes, it's quite expensive, but if only you can afford it, go for it. But if you can, then you really need to plan your journey and to make sure you travel during the daytime. That is my own take.
Thank you so much, Mr. And I think you've hit it on the nail, because as we speak right now, I think just 2 or 3 days ago, some people were kidnapped along Ibadan Express Road, Lagos Express Road, and that is to tell you that the kidnapping is getting into the interland. So now, for you to be safe, you are either flying by plane, and I think the advice that you're giving to our viewers who are watching us from around the world, Lagos, Abuja, wherever you're watching us from right now, Mr. Femi is saying quite straightforward. Please, except you are flying by plane, try and avoid using the local roads because of the kidnapping problems and challenges that we have in Nigeria. The National Security Advisor just said, I will just play the video, and I will try and play it again. It's just that it's season. He said that they are aware of some individuals who feel they are too big. They are quite big enough to withstand the state, causing and profiting from the kidnapping problem in Nigeria. What is your view on that?
Well, it is not a new thing that people are profiting from what is going on in Nigeria. I know people are profiting from it because they've seen it as a lucrative business and it's a shortcut of making money. However, if we know them, why not call them out and shame them? If you know them, why not block the chain of business supply for them? If you know them and you know they are threats to the national security, then why not just apprehend them and put them to jail? That is the only way out. But because you're saying you know them and paying lip services doesn't help. It doesn't help the community, it doesn't help the business. International image wise, it has dented us already. So we need to start looking for different measures to redeem the image as we speak. That is my take on that.
Okay, there is a video I want to show right now. And if you're watching us, you can like this page, you can share this page. But I want you to listen to this video. It's in Hausa language, but there's a translation underneath.
Abin da nake so ku sani ya sunayen sojojin da suke wayan nan ba musulmai ba ne. Kun san soja akwai musulmi da wanda ba musulmi ba. Kun san haka ko? To wanda ba musulmin ciki ba domin ya haɗa faɗa su suke irin wannan kisa. To in kun zo ramawa kuka shiga gari, wurin ramawa kuma sai aka ga kun kashe namiji
Okay, that is a video of a man that is now popularly known as Shigumi speaking to, the bandits and telling them that Muslim soldiers will not shoot at them. Is this part of the narrative? Because I want to show you a video. I want to show you the video of the National Security Advisor and just a small clip of it, of what he said. And I think this will interest you because this is the position of the defense minister about some of this narrative, particularly a lot of people that are just coming up and into the Nigerian space.
In this country, who have assumed a status that is beyond what they should be. And intelligence from our own sources, the intelligence at my disposal and the disposal of the other intelligence heads, reveals that we have certain entities, certain individuals who are making capital out of insecurity, especially
had it, the defense minister right there saying that there are some people who seems to be capitalizing on the kidnapping situation and who seems to make themselves even much bigger than the state. And you've seen a video of a man, a sheikh, who is going there and saying, Muslim soldiers will not shoot at you, don't call these people bandits. They are not bandits, they are actually freedom fighters. What is your view on that?
Well, I think the defense minister seems to be rightly correct. Let me set the record straight. If we have somebody who is now a spokesman for the bandits, before we think they have no face, now there is a face to, attach to it. So half of the problem seems to have been solved. Now the question is this: how do we stop all these spokespeople from getting attention from the media? How do we go straight down and nip them from the bud? How do we at least stop this war of media propaganda, so to say? If we can't do anything, then we don't seem to have the national interest at heart. However, if we do have the national interest at heart, I see no reason why we shouldn't call a spade a spade. Why would I be a soldier and because of my religious belief, I'll not see someone and I won't be able to attack or maybe take the person down? That is completely very wrong. So to me, I think the best way is this: whoever is going to hinder or be a stumbling block to the national peace in Nigeria, I probably think, let me use this language, the person should be engaged, and whilst being engaged, appropriate and decisive solutions should be given to such person, either in a way of making him to go down or in a way keeping him quiet from not talking. One way or the other, something has got to be done. I'm not advocating for war. I'm not advocating for violence, but all I'm advocating for is this: let us find a lasting peace to the situation. The proliferation of arms we have in Nigeria is way too much that I do not see how tension and violence escalation is not going to happen in some few months' time in Nigeria.
I think you've hit it on the nail. Moreover, the president have also the president has actually come out to say that, you know, it is time for security agencies to more or less shoot aside at anybody that is carrying AK-47. What is your view about the president's position that anybody carrying weapons that they are not supposed to be carrying, not just armed gun, we're talking of AK-45, they should be shot aside? What is your view on that?
I think that is too broad, and it's not a good way of passing message across, because the message will definitely be misinterpreted. Innocent people might probably, you know, innocent people will be caught in between it, and that is not good enough for the public hearing. It is not even meant to be a public consumption news. What the president should be saying, or the tone the president should be using, is ought to be very different. But I don't know, maybe it's the spokesperson that is actually dishing out this, but I don't think this is a better way of delivering such news to the public hearing.
Okay, let me ask you, because you're a security practitioner, and you are trained to carry weapons. Will you ascribe to some of the calls that private security personnel should be allowed to carry weapons in Nigeria so that they could complement the security agencies in Nigeria to deal with the issue of insecurity? I know you've been to Nigeria, you've trained a lot of even police officers in weapon handling and handling it properly. What is your view on that?
Well, okay, let me put it this way. This is not the first time I've been to Nigeria to probably deliver such training program or, discuss this issue. And it's quite unfortunate that with the threat we have in town, we still see our private security officers not even knowing or having the awareness that has to do with firearms, even the sidearms or the light arms. They have no clue. Now, our police officers, our MUPOL and all the rest too, yes, they can shoot, but the question is, are they actually shooting the right target, or they are just shooting sporadically? That is another thing we need to look into. So my own advice is this: police should have what we call a firearms retraining process, and we should now be looking into how do we register competent security companies to allow them to support the police in carrying firearms to protect some critical infrastructures that we have in Nigeria. It is high time we start looking into all that. It is not rocket science. The only thing is we need to train them, and they need to be well disciplined when carrying firearms.
I think I have to agree with you, because you more or less hit it on the nail. We're talking of a situation where people are carrying weapons. The first training they got was the last training they got. Right? We know in America, and we know here where we are in the UK, police officers carrying weapons have to go for training and retraining. And if they fail the test, the normal, weapon awareness training and things, they will have to be suspended from carrying weapons, until when they get that training. But in Nigeria, it looks as if everybody, I'll go kill you now. That's the slang you hear. I'll go shoot you now. Nothing will happen.
Well,
that is
you see,
the slang
the problem is not just the way they say that I will kill you now or I will shoot you now. The threat of cocking it and making that sound in presence of people without no threat is even an imbalanced situation in security system. The strategy they're using is completely wrong. You're dealing with innocent people who are unarmed, and you're trying to use your firearms to probably make a threat to them based on the fact that you're wearing uniform or because you are in position of authority. That is completely wrong, and it's high time. You see, there's so much decay, there's so much rot that we need to really talk about, but I don't know where we're going to start from. But this is another new opportunity to start talking about this and looking into what is the best way forward. And the only way forward is to start applying the retraining mechanism and strategy into our security forces, not just the police officers, but both police officers, the head of police officers, and the private security officers as well. Everybody seems to need the aggressive retraining procedure and program in Nigeria, and it's high time we start looking into that. If not so, the general public are going to be the victims at the end of the day.
I think you've hit on a very important point, and that is the fact that weapon awareness, even familiarization, is quite important. If you know a weapon and you know the way it works, then you know how to avoid it. So when you hear the sound or when you see it, you know, okay, maybe if I'm behind a wall, I can be a bit protected. Maybe if I go down a bit low, maybe if I'm maybe 20 meters, 30 meters away, I can actually dodge the bullet hitting a vital aspect of my body. Those are the kind of, because there are people that have been shot at, and yet they can still kill the person that shoot them because they've allowed the bullet to go into an area that is not life-threatening. Because if you're a security person, you know that if they shoot you in certain places, they can shoot you in the leg and you will not survive. And yet you can be shot in the head. If the bullet goes to the right place in the head, you can survive if you get proper medical. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, of course. I mean,
it's about
absolutely, you're right, because in Nigeria, each time I deliver training program to the Nigerian police officers, I try to, see the way they carry their weapons. I try to see how they, operate it and a whole lot of things. And to be honest with you, I think it's high time we move away from the idea of moving around with AK-47 in Nigeria. I think it's high time we move away from carrying assault weapons and MPG and all the rest in Nigeria. What happens to the sidearms? The sidearms are much more better. They are much more lighter. In fact, it gives more credibility to them when walking around rather than carrying almost 4.5 kg AK-47 with 30 rounds magazine up and down the whole environment. Is not worth it. It's not a good thing. And I think we need to just look into the budget and, de-escalate all this tension we have in Nigeria.
Thank you so much. If you're watching right now, I have Mr. Olufemi Aratokun Ali, who is a security consultant and subject matter expert in close protection. Before I let you go, let me ask you about the no-fly zone. When the president started talking about it, a lot of people were concerned, and then one of the media advisors came up, or one of his president advisors came up and said people were actually exchanging gold for weapons, and that is the reason why they had to put a no-fly zone. Do you think that no-fly zone should be extended within the northern Nigeria to be able to deal with the issue of Boko Haram and Aswai? What do you think?
Well, if they know where the criminal activities are being, delivered, or where system seems to be running in terms of, using the flights or using the aircraft to perpetrate different devilish acts, yes, contain that area and walk around the area. So that means you have your intel telling you exactly what the situation is. Then the no-fly zone can walk around there. But if you do not have, then I don't think you should just mention things like no-fly zone, because the moment you mention no-fly zone, you've triggered another alarm into the public hearing that what exactly is going on. What is the situation that we don't know? So basically, all I'm trying to say is this: there are some things that are not meant for general public consumption. These are meant to be dealt with security strategically wise way. But I mean, in Nigeria, we seem to have any spokesman just come out and just dish out any information without even thinking very quick that, hang on a minute, how are people going to digest this and what is going to be their output when they want to retranslate it? So this is one of the problems we have. We should just learn how to use our set skills to recommunicate whatever we want to say when it comes to issues surrounding national security to the member of public.
I think it is important to ask you this question before I let you go. A lot of people have said that one of the reasons why Nigerian private security is not well appreciated is because, in fact, when you look at it, they are not actually well trained. Let's be honest. You have a kind of a UK training that is going on where, you are trained about, key handling, you are trained about close protection, you are trained about, security guard, you are trained as a, what is the supervisor, and but that doesn't exist. There is no material. In fact, when you ask some security advisors in Nigeria or security officers in Nigeria to tell you about the alphabet, Alpha, Bravo, some of them don't know it. And you've been doing all this training. What is your view about that?
You see, to be honest with you, it's such a very big disgrace that we have this precarious situation in Nigeria because put together 20 police officers and set a very basic security exam for them. Trust me, you'll be sure what you're going to see. Yes, some people will excel from it, while some will not. So it shows the level of where our security training seems to lie. However, we need to just start from the basics. We need to change the security architecture and we need to change the security orientation program that we give to our security agencies in Nigeria. Yes, we cannot just leave it all alone to them. I, for one, I have been doing my part. I've been trying to contribute whatever I can do to make sure that I make my country great. And I think it's high time for the government to support what we're trying to do in a positive way towards our security and for the national unity in Nigeria. I think that is be the right way to go.
Thank you so much. If you are watching us right now, please like this page, share this page, tell your friends that we are live on Facebook, live on YouTube, live on Twitter. I can't let you go. We are 4 minutes more. 4 minutes in media is quite important because I'm throwing those questions and you've been in this industry for quite some time, and in UK, you get your first aid training, you get your customer service training. You have met a lot of these security guards in Nigeria. Do they get the kind of training that you get here when you get your SIA badge? And is it that there is a need to change, just like you said, changing in a way where individuals get certified as security practitioners rather than people with big money, big bag, just using the money to buy security companies but not having a clue about security? What is your view on that?
Well, let me start from here. We have the civil defense outfit in Nigeria that is actually meant to govern, provide, and produce guidelines and rules towards how security should be done in terms of private security. That's fine. Let's leave that aside. I'll come to that because you said we have about 3-4 minutes. Now, the point is this. We have zero security training in Nigeria. Let me just say it that way. Because during my course of training program, I had to do some kind of retraining program within this period of COVID-19, 2020 to 21. And part of the training I did, it was shocking and surprising for me when they said, hey, Femi, we're going to put you back on radio communication training. It's just only 1 hour training program. But when I was put towards some kind of test to just, okay, what is the meaning of this and that? I had to think twice, oh my God, that's true. These are basic things that when people ask you, if you don't know it, then what is the essence of having the material in the first place? So yes, there are so many basic rules of security training programs that a lot of people should go for. I see some private security officers and even the police officers with handcuffs. The question is this, do they have any training as regarding this? The answer is no, they don't, but they carry handcuffs around. And even the way they even carry the handcuffs, they just keep smiling and laughing at what exactly is going on. So I, for one, anything I've been trained with over here in UK, I have always tried so hard and put my effort in delivering the same standard or even raise the standard much more higher and deliver it to my police officers in Nigeria who are my friends and who are the people securing lives and properties. And not only them, even the private security, event security operators too, I try to do the same, and which I will continue to do. And even from next month again, Once I get to Nigeria, I will start all over. It is not going to be rest as usual. We just have to keep on doing it because we are in a situation whereby security is really in need of serious injection to waking it up in Nigeria. We have to wake it up. We have no choice. And it's not for me only, for you, for everybody. It's everybody's priority.
I'm going to put you on the spot as we finish in 60 seconds. And I'm going to ask you to rate 1 to 10. When I say, I'll mention the country and I'll tell you to rate them on the basis of these items.
That is political.
No, it's not political. Security uniform, private security uniform, Nigeria, 1 to 10. How will you rate them?
0.
In terms of their security uniform. Okay.
0.
Anchor handling, how will you rate them? 1
0.
to 10. Restraining people who they need to evict from a building, how will you rate them? 1 to 10.
0.
Understanding the law about citizen arrest and assault, how to handle customers, how will you rate them? 1 to 10.
I'll give them 3.
How will you rate them on what else can they? Key handling. What else is there in security? Key handling, access control. How will you rate them? 1 to 10.
Well, in key handling, I'll give them 4. In access control, I'll give them 5.
Okay, that's good. At least they are good in one or few things, and you've highlighted it. What about first aid for private security? 1 to 10.
1.
Okay, so that means that many of our viewers are watching us right now cannot actually rely on them if they get injured and their private security there. They might not know their CPR. They might not know about how to reposition them. I've seen security officers take people out of accidents, dragging them out of cars that involve in collusion. And I'm like, are you not meant to put them in a recovery stage? Are you not meant to give them CPR if they need to? Are you not meant to cover them? They don't have a clue what they're doing. How do you have? What about them? What about handling disabled people who might come into their building and might do they have all the training on? 0? Oh,
they do not.
That means we have a lot of work to do.
If I want to say to that one, not only them is the fault. Architects in Nigeria are part of the problems. Then we have our doctors and nurses as part of the problems. We have our security consultants in Nigeria are part of the problems. Because the question is, do they have disabled access to buildings? The answer is no. So to me, it's 0. In fact, to me, it's catastrophic.
Okay. Now you've had it all, and that is Mr. Oluwafemi Aratokunale speaks to us live from the United Kingdom. If you're watching this page, you can like this page, you can share this page, and we're signing off now. Come back next time. We're always here on a Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, and tomorrow we'll be live at 3 p.m. UK time, where we'll be on what we call Diaspora Yoruba Lounge. That is 3 p.m. for all our viewers all over the world. Please join us. It's going to be powerful. Let me just tell you now, we're going to be talking about the blockage of food into Southwest, and with Southwest now starved. That's the question we are asking. Are we ready? Is the Yoruba nation ready? So we're going to be having that discussion, and it's going to be bilingual. So join us for that. And at 8 p.m., we're going to have another surprise discussion, and we might actually be talking about private security at 8 p.m. So if you want Mr. Femi, please tick it and let him know that you want him to come back 8 p.m. tomorrow for private security discussion. So until we meet again, please stay safe, wash your hands, use your mask, maintain social distancing, and let's wait. And if I would say, if you have the opportunity of taking the vaccine, take the vaccine so that you could be safe and your family could be safe. Until I see you again, it is me, your anchor, Temitope Olodo, preventive terrorism consultant, author of African Security Forum. God bless you, and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Thank you so much.